We support you, Sudbury Schule of Ammersee.
I think that the school should not be shut down because there are Sudbury schools all over the world and they're not being shut down. So I think this is just stupid.
We support you.
I think that all Sudbury schools are pretty cool, and I mean, if they're in other countries, I support that.
We support you!
I think Sudbury schools are important because kids don't really feel stressed out as they do in most other schools. In most normal schools, you would have to sit down at a desk and you would have to learn, and you would have to ask when to use the bathroom, or when you have to eat lunch at certain times. But in Sudbury schools, you don't have to feel like pressure to do what you want.
We support you.
I think Sudbury schools are important because you get to really express yourself. I think a lot of people go into schools and they learn things that they may not use in their whole life. When you go to Sudbury, you get the time to really engage in something that you're actually interested in.
I support your school.
I think Sudbury schools are great schools because you get to learn and pick what you want to learn. I like to draw, and I've really progressed since I've been at Sudbury School because I have more time.
Like, I learned how to read by myself. I learned to learn by myself. I learned how to do music, to do art, all by myself. I didn't have to sit at a desk and get told what to do at any time.
I support you.
I think Sudbury schools are amazing because kids have so much imagination, and this is really a place where you can really let your imagination set free and you can do whatever you want. Like, if you just have a burst of inspiration, like, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna go make this, I'm gonna go find a group of friends and create such and such. You can just do that and you don't need to like ask permission or anything. You can go out and have fun, and you can use your imagination for whatever you want.
So, support you.
Whether or not you guys get shut down or if anything happens, like, just know that the time you spent there was valuable, and that like Sudbury schools everywhere, like everybody, the time people spends there is valuable, and they do important things and they learn important things.
I support Sudbury schools, and I think everyone else should too because they're great schools.
I go to a Sudbury school and I actually learn things on my own. Right here I actually have a journal that I write things in, and to show that it's not anything blank. That's just because I made a cool doodle which I wanted to do. Then I just write down what I learn every day.
We support you.
I don't think Sudbury School should be shut down because we learn independence and how to take care of ourselves.
We support you, and I hope you guys make it.
I think Sudbury schools are great and they shouldn't be shut down. I think it's pretty dumb just for them to be just shut down like that.
I want to give you all my support. I hope you stay as a Sudbury school.
I think Sudbury schools are important for kids to learn at their own pace and learn what they would like. We support you, Sudbury Schule of Ammersee.
I want the government to know Sudbury schools are awesome, first of all. Second of all, they are very useful and can teach kids to do things on their own.
I really hope you don't get shut down because I support you, and I would feel terrible if our school got shut down.
I think Sudbury schools are very important because you can learn at your own pace and you are not forced to learn something that you do not want to learn, and it's very important to learn how to do normal life stuff instead of just learning how to do this and you might not use it later in life. But when you learn how to do these things that will actually apply in your life, it helps a lot, and it's good. I think it's great.
I give you all my support I can.
I support Sudbury schools a lot. When I first came to Sudbury School, my parents didn't really understand it, and they tried to like teach me at home, and it didn't really work. But then when they just kind of stopped, I started learning really, really good. And so I think that you do learn from Sudbury schools.
I support you.
I think the school is amazing because you're not confined in a desk, and you can basically learn whatever and anything you want. Personally, I'm trying to write a book and learn about video game editing.
We support you.
I think Sudbury schools are important because it teaches the kids independent study and how to learn on their own, and it teaches them how to learn in the big world on their own, and it teaches them that they don't always have to rely on someone else.